Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video to answer a question that I had gotten a few times on Instagram, but I wanted to answer it here as well to kind of explain things. So some people have asked me about shift differential because I have mentioned it in my videos before. So if you guys aren't interested in watching my explanation of what it is and why it's a reason why people might choose to work different shifts, then you can just skip this video and wait for the next one. Anyways, shift differential is the reason why I enjoy working overnight shifts. Not just that, but I feel like overnight shifts, as far as when I was working as a CNA, like that was kind of my jam because I was in school at the same time as I was working as a CNA, and so it allowed me time to study, it allowed me time to work on homework, and I just kind of had my own time in between patient care and charting and all of the other stuff that I had to do as part of my work duties. And so that's one of the reasons why I loved working night shift as a CNA. So shift differential, for example, my very first CNA job when I was working at the very first nursing home on the memory care unit, day shift, so it was like 6:30 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. They had no shift differential because that was like the most popular shift to work, and so they had the most staff available on that shift. So there was no reason to really offer a shift differential because a lot of companies offer shift differential as a way to encourage people to apply for those positions and to get people to stay working in those positions during those hours. So day shift usually doesn't have a shift differential because, like I said, it's the most popular. People always want to work the early shift so that they can get home to their kids or their families at a good time. So obviously, if you work 6:30 a.m. to 2:45 p.m., like that's a pretty good time to get off work. So with the shift differential, you wouldn't get that because they fill those day shifts much quicker and much easier than they do any other shift. So then, I worked at my very first CNA job. I worked second shift, so I worked 2:30 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. And I can't remember if it was a 50-cent shift differential or $1. It kind of depends on the company, how much they offer for a shift differential, but I did get a shift differential. So at that job, my very first CNA job in 2016, I started out at like $10.70 an hour, plus either a 50-cent or $1 shift differential. I can't remember which. So it's just kind of an added financial incentive for somebody to work that shift, to work those hours, because I have found that most people do not prefer to work evening shift. Every CNA job that I have applied at seems to always be in need of somebody for that second shift, evening shift, which is like 2 to 10, usually somewhere around those hours. So that's why sometimes I've even had it at facilities where they offer a shift differential for evening shift and not night shift because they are in need of so many people on evening shift. So it was either 50 cents or $1 per hour, on top of my 10.70 an hour. So then you have third shift. Now, I've worked places, third shift is usually around the hours of 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 11 to 7. So when I worked third shift, I've worked third shift overnights in multiple different facilities. Sometimes I've gotten as much as $3 an hour for a shift differential on night shift. That's the most, I think, except for like agency, where I think the most was like $5 an hour shift differential, and that was also with holiday pay and other stuff. So it's kind of hard to figure out if that would have been like an actual $5 an hour without the holiday pay. So when you calculate in shift differential, into your decision of whether to take a position or not, it can make a big difference. But, you know, there's other factors that come into that. Like I said, a lot of people don't like taking evening shifts, but those are mostly what's available, at least in my area. A lot of people pick up either day shifts or night shifts, like that's what they want. Especially people who are in nursing school, it seems like they really want the overnight shifts. So day shift and midnight shifts tend to be the first jobs that are taken when it comes to CNA jobs that are open, at least in my area. So I don't know. I just thought that I would explain shift differential a little bit. Hopefully that answered your questions to the people who have been asking. If you guys have any other CNA, nursing, phlebotomy, medical assistant related questions, please let me know and I can make a separate video for you guys about it. If there's any topics you'd like to hear me talk about, please let me know that as well, and I will get something filmed for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys in my next video.